Hello everyone, my name is Shomil Bhattacharya and today I'm going to speak about insights and analysis of wearable devices. So history of wearable devices. So various definitions exist for wearable devices. One may call this abacus on a necklace a wearable device, a brigade wristwatch for the Queen of Naples one, or you can call this hidden device to cheat at the game of roulette by Edward Thorpe, wearable device too. However, the first user programmable wearable device was built by Steve Mann in late 1970s and now it is called the iTab. So how did these devices evolve over the years from 1500 till today? So here you have the 1500 wristwatch, the digital watch, the calculator watch, the multi-purpose watch in 1990s, 2000 and Google Glass and Samsung Gear today. So how did it evolve? So most of the evolution was based on Moore's law and was predicted by Gordon Moore in his 1965 paper, where he says that over the history of computing hardware, the number of transistors in a dense IC doubles approximately every 2 years. You can see the logarithmic function, and here you can see how it doubles every 2 years the number of transistors in an IC. So Mr. Moore did not only 4 reference points, but he could well accurately predict the number of transistors that will double every 2 years, and it is valid even today. The next prediction was given by Mr. Robert Dennard and it's known as Dennard scaling. It states that as transistors get smaller, the power density stays the same, so that the power is in proportion with the area, even when the voltage and the current scales downward with length. So in his 1974 paper, he said that this original device and scale device, by scaling doping and voltage and current and length and everything, the power density remains the same. So what were the technologies involved that helped in this evolution? How did it come from this to this? So one of the most important was system on a chip. So SoCs are basically an integrated circuit that integrates all the components of a computer or other electronic system into a single chip. So this is a layout of an SoC. So an SoC might contain ARM processor, memory controller, the voltage regulator for the power management, the external interfaces like USB, Ethernet, all on a single chip, a size this small. So it is very important for wearable devices. The next thing was displays. How it became from this big display, bulky display, to something this in the future. So one of the groundbreaking innovation was AMOLED. AMOLED is active matrix organic light emitting diode. So AMOLED is basically a thin filmed display technology in which organic compounds are electroluminescent materials, and active matrix refers to the addressing of pixels. So here there are 2 TFT for each red, green, blue displays pixels. One TFT starts and stops charging in the capacitor, and the second provides voltage source needed for the constant current so that the current is not lost, no extra power is dissipated as heat, and that is again saves power for the wearable devices. The next big thing was virtual retina display, and the LCD was liquid crystal on silicon. So retina display is a conventional display that is floats in the space in front of them. Here is how it works. The photon is generated, the video source drives the electronics, the intensity is modulated, the images have been scanned and then projected directly onto a retina. But the LCOS displays are somewhat different from the VRDs in the fact that the images are successively reflected through prisms and these colored silicon panels and then coherently projected to our eyes. So you have these prisms at 45-degree angles that reflect light through these RGB panels and then project it onto our eyes. The next thing was bone conduction. So bone conduction is basically vibration that are produced by the transducers, the electromechanical transducers that travel through the cranial bones and reaches our eardrums. Although the sound is not audible to others, so others cannot hear it, but this technology does not block ambient sound, so you can hear what is going on and going around you, other than the earphones which blocks the environmental sound. So this is how the Sound travels through our cranium skull and it reaches our inner ear. The auditory nerves carry these impulses to the brain for further processing. The next thing we have memory and battery. So memory, you can see how it's scaled down, much to the good news of these wearable devices, from 100 nanometer to now we have about 10 nanometer sized memory drives, and it's scaled down from 2007 2013. Now additionally we have this cloud storage system for Google Glass, so that it reduces the dependability on flash drives, and Samsung Gear has this flash drives in it, 4 GB flash drives, and it is pretty small and pretty much carryable. The next thing are the devices. What are the devices involved? So after looking at the technologies, how these devices managed to design the device for the best possible use employing these groundbreaking technologies. So iTap was first developed by Steve Mann. He was the pioneer of iTap. So iTap has this thing in front of the eye, which is both a monitor and a camera. You can see through this device, and this device again captures the images, processes them from a computer, and shows it to you. So this is a two-way device, you can say. And now the iTap consists of this eyepiece. It has the main CPU, which can be attached to your clothing or belt or something like that, and it has Wi-Fi also, so that you can access the internet. The next thing is the Sixth Sense technology. Sixth Sense technology contains a pocket projector, as you can see over here, a mirror and a camera contained in a head-mounted or handled pendant-like wearable device. As you can see here, both the projector and the camera are connected to the mobile computing in the user's pocket, or you can keep that in a backpack like here. You can project your keypad or watch on your wrist and palm. You can have this dynamic newspaper. You can project things on walls, and you can use hand gestures to click pictures. So pretty much nice things you can do with the Sixth Sense technology, pioneered by Pranav Mistry. The next thing was Google Glass. Google Glass, the much hyped Google Glass. The Google Glass is almost everything a smartphone has: accelerometer, gyroscope, things like that. It uses this LCOS, bone conduction, Wi-Fi, cloud storage, and it has the 720p HD camera. This is the battery of the Google Glass, and this is the display, LCOS display with the camera mounted in front, and the bone conduction here, and it is pretty much an advanced device. Surge your brain wearing this device. Next we have Samsung Gear. Pranav Mistry is involved with Samsung Gear. Samsung Gear has Super AMOLED screen. Super AMOLED screen is a Samsung's term for an AMOLED display with an integrated digitizer, meaning that the layer that detects touch is integrated onto the screen. So you have one single layer, it's the AMOLED, Super AMOLED screen, and here you have the 2 megapixel camera that some Gear has, and it has also the accelerometer, gyroscope, heart rate sensor. So very much fitness wearable device. And here you can see how it interfaces with the phone, with the Galaxy, through Bluetooth 4.0 LE, low energy Bluetooth. The next thing is Oculus Rift, which is mainly a gaming device developed by Oculus Virtual Reality. The display used is low persistent OLED. So low persistence means that it has low persistent OLED screen where the persistence of vision is very low, so that on the vigorous head shakings the images don't blur and you get sharper images. It is cross-platform device, as you can see, Windows, Linux, OS and Android, and it comes with development kit and this processing box with HDMI and power cable and things like that. So it makes gaming better, and you can expect this Oculus Rift by early 2015. The next is the science of haptics. Haptics comes from the word haptikos, Greek word for touch. So haptics are enabled actuators that apply touch for feedback and controls, and the mechanical motion in response to electrical stimulus is generated. Haptic suits and cushions were designed to make gaming more immersive. So in November 2007, TN Games released this third space vest, 3RD vest as they call it, and it has 8 trademark contact points that stimulates gunfire, body slam, G-forces, that is happening inside the game. So it makes it more immersive. You can feel the bullet, you can feel the G-force while playing the game wearing this suit. So what are the future possibilities? How can you tap into the future with these wearable devices? How can they be useful or made useful? So one of the future possibilities is medical possibilities. These devices can be used for minimally invasive surgeries, to train surgeons, as Professor Kenneth Salisbury of Stanford University says, just as pilots are trained in flight simulators. These can be used for real-time detection of blood sugar level and BP, and instruct the patient for further medical attention. Another possibility is this foldable screen, which you can fold up. You can fold up a foldable newspaper, foldable TVs, you have foldable phones like this, transparent, foldable, flexible AMOLED screens. Other thing is this research by Pranav Mistry in rural India, where eye checkups are done through these small wearable devices. And one other thing that is going on in the research area is this brain-computer interface, which will help in prosthetic limbs. Again, application of haptics. What are the challenges involved in these wearable devices? So one of the foremost challenge is the packaging challenge. You cannot have this bulky devices strapped onto your body, like this soldier over here. No, you cannot do that. You cannot have this bulky Steve man that he's wearing. You cannot have these things like right here. So packaging is a big challenge. We need to get smaller and smaller flash drives, smaller batteries, and things like that. So packaging is a challenge right now. Power is also a big challenge. These devices stay on every time, they are never switched off, so power is a big thing. Google Glass has this battery which lasts for 1 day, but it is pretty much big, a thumb size battery. So Google Glass is aiming to get batteries this small, foldable small batteries, but these batteries are low capacity, they cannot run for a day long. So one thing that is going on is this energy harvesting and NFC, near field charging. So here Amigo fitness band has an inductive charging capacity that uses scavenging energy, as they call it, and you harvest energy from your nearby sources, from photovoltaic sources, from solar energy, as you know, from electromagnetic, electrostatic, like constant vibrations, from thermoelectric, from the body temperature that some devices use, from the piezoelectric that convert mechanical movement like swimming and running into electrical energy. And you have inductive charging, the wireless charging you have from from magnetic power to electrical power through magnetic coils and electromagnetic induction. The next issue is privacy issue. So privacy issues are somewhat of a social issue, more of a social issue. And this cartoon was made after Steve Mann was allegedly assaulted at a McDonald's store in Paris, when the employees thought that Steve Mann is spying on their store. And so privacy is a big issue right now for these wearable devices, where things are constantly recorded. So for the future, we keep our fingers crossed. We are guided by Gordon Moore, Mr. Dennard, by Steve Mann and Pranav Mistry, and we hope that we use the resources present at places like this, guided by these people, and we hope for a better future and better, smaller, thinner, low power wearable devices. I would like to quote Mr. Moore. She said in one of the interviews that Moore's law is a violation of Murphy's law. Everything gets better and better. So we hope that everything gets better and better. So there are barriers, but they are not unsurmountable. We will get over them. So the information and image sources are from Wikipedia. I cited Google and Thad Starner and Symbit Corporation's papers. Thad Starner's papers are very good. He's from Georgia Institute of Technology, Human-Computer Interaction, a professor of computer science. And you can look at those papers. Thank you.